All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Fort Worth Community Arts Center and another fabulous reading for our original work series. We are up to number 6, I believe, out of 8 finalists competing for a chance to be right here on this very stage next year for a full production. We have a fantastic company all the way from up north, Plano Way, I believe. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Proper Hijinks, taking a stab at Next of Kin by Gabby Wilson. Enjoy the reading, everyone.
Act 1, Scene 1. Setting. A quiet nook near the back of Margot's Books, a local bookstore. It is mid-afternoon. There's a staircase with piles of books haphazardly placed on random steps. There's a sign placed about halfway up the stairs that reads, "Employees Only." There's a chair nearby the stairs. It also has a stack of books on it. Late March 2016. At Rise, the stage is empty for a moment, and slowly Chris wanders into the bookstore. Chris walks around looking at his environment. He slowly makes his way over to the staircase. He crouches down, sets his car keys down on the stairs, and inspects the stack of books, and is drawn to a book in the middle of one of the stacks. He pulls it out of the stack and starts looking at it. He stands up straight, smiling and reading through the first few pages. He begins bouncing the heel of his foot up and down, tapping it on the floor. He does this for a moment and then exits, nose still buried in the book. His keys still sit on the stairs. A few moments pass, and then Riley enters, carrying a black journal and a brown apron. She walks right over to the staircase and sits down on the 3rd step. She opens the journal and begins reading over what is written. While she reads, she taps her toe on the step in front of her. She sits here for a few moments before Chris paces back on stage. He is looking on the floor for his keys, and then he spots them beside Riley on the stairs. He walks over and gets very close to Riley as he reaches for the keys. Riley jerks her head up from the journal.
Excuse me?
Sorry, I left my keys here.
Did you ever consider asking me to give them to you instead of getting up all in my grill?
Oh, that's my bad. Is this not a barbecue? Barbecue all in your grill. It's a joke. By the way, who even uses that phrase anymore?
I do.
Right. I've never seen a book like that. What is it?
Do you always try to interrupt people this much when they are reading in silence?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make conversation.
Why?
Can a person just make conversation with people in a bookstore?
Not when that person is reading.
Riley looks back down at the journal and goes back to reading. She acts like she got the final word in. Chris looks at her for a moment, looks up at the shelves around the room, over at the chair, and then he gets an idea. He walks to the chair, moves the books from it, sits down, and begins reading his book.
What are you doing?
I'm reading.
All right, pal. What's your deal?
What is this, the 50s? Who says pal anymore?
Well, keep poking the bear and I can get you kicked out of here.
Oh, what are you gonna do? File a customer complaint about me?
No. I'll just go tell my manager that some rude guy was harassing me on my break.
Touché. No, really, well played. You wouldn't really kick me out of my favorite bookstore, right?
Oh, this is your favorite bookstore.
Yeah,
Interesting. If you love it so much, then how come I've never seen you here before?
Funny, because I was just thinking the same thing about you.
Me?
If you do actually work at my favorite bookstore, how come I've never seen you here before?
Touché.
Chris Sanders.
Oh, wow, the full name. I'm Riley Peters.
You know, Riley, you never told me what that mystery book is.
I know, and it's not a book.
Oh, come on. Now you have to tell me. I'm on the edge of my seat. Please? I have to know what this non-book is.
You know, I might be willing to tell you.
If
I got a full apology from you for interrupting my reading and my break.
That's not fair. I already apologized earlier.
2 half-hearted I'm sorries do not count, especially when you only apologize because I called you out.
All right. You have a point. Riley, I am sincerely sorry that I interrupted your break, and more importantly, that I disrupted your silent reading. Was that good?
It'll do for now.
That's good enough for me. Now, can I please know what this non-book is?
You may, but don't get too excited. It's a journal.
You hesitated.
No, I was just trying to build up more anticipation.
Nope, I think there's something you aren't telling me. Is it like a special journal? A diary? Are all of your deepest, darkest secrets in there?
Definitely not.
Okay, then what is it?
Look, it's kind of complicated.
It can't be that complicated.
It's a funeral.
Oh. I am so sorry.
No, it's not like that. It's not really for them.
So, you are planning like a fake funeral, like it's made up?
Not quite. It's just never going to be used for them.
So who is it for?
It's just, someone I never got to plan a funeral for. I couldn't do it, but now I wish I had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just wish I had been able to do it, but it was a lot. It was different that time.
You plan funerals often?
That's an odd way to ask someone if they're grieving.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it like that. Jeez, I'm so stupid.
It's okay, really. Just be careful how you throw death around. It wrecks some people.
You're not one of those people?
No, I just see it as the fact, and I've been unlucky in life. Someone really has it out for me.
How unlucky?
4 deaths within 2 years. That unlucky.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot. It can really be a lot, but sometimes it's good to talk about it. Even with a stranger.
I'm sorry for bringing it up.
It's fine. I don't mind talking about it. I live with it every day. What book are you reading?
Didn't you want to talk about the funerals?
I don't want to talk about them. I just don't mind talking about them.
Right? Sorry.
Stop saying that. You've apologized already enough in the past 10 minutes.
Sorry. My bad. You asked about the book I'm reading. What do you think it is?
Chris hides the spine and covers from her so she can't see the title.
I'm going to go with Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil's final answer.
Interesting that you have me pegged for a John Barent kind of guy. Close, but not close enough. In Cold Blood. I've been looking for a hardcover copy.
No, not Capote. That is so not close to midnight.
Hello, murder.
Hello, snooze fest. I had to read In Cold Blood in 9th grade English, and I couldn't finish it. It was so boring.
Are you kidding?
Oh, I hated it.
No.
I gave up about 70 pages in.
Oh, that's just shameful. You work in a bookstore and you don't finish reading books? I'm going to have to leave a message with the manager.
Oh, you might have some trouble doing that.
Why is that?
I lied to you.
Oh?
I am the manager.
Riley Peters. A liar who doesn't finish reading books. You are going to be a bad influence on me.
It's not like I never finish any books, just boring ones.
It's not boring.
Fine. You can choose to have your own opinions, even if it is wrong.
All right, truce. I should get going. I've got more errands to run, people to bother, reading to disrupt, the usual.
Well, I wouldn't want to keep you from them.
For the record, I like to. I'm not all that sorry that I interrupted the manager's silent reading on her break, because that gave me a chance to meet her.
Chris smiles and exits. Once he's gone, Riley looks up and smiles. She shakes her head no while she smiles to herself. Her eyes fall to the journal. Her smile fades as she looks back to where Chris exited. Lights fade, end of scene. Act 1, Scene 2. Setting, this is a flashback to March 2014, Cassie's apartment. It is 7 p.m. There are boxes strewn about the apartment at varying levels of unpacked amounts. At Rise, Cassie is folding sheets and Riley is unpacking a box of books and putting them on the bookshelf. Riley pulls out a book and stops shelving.
Hey, did I steal this copy of Gatsby from you or from Kate?
Check the back cover to see if she put her stamp in it. She loved doing that when she was younger.
Definitely stole it from Kate.
You should bring it to her sometime this week. I can go with you to visit her. She's just so excited to see you.
Yeah, I mean, I've missed her, so I'm glad I'm a bit closer to her now. A 2-hour drive is way better than 10.
And that's what I kept telling her when she complained that you would still be 2 hours away.
I'm also closer to you.
Yeah, but you're not here to be with me.
Oh, no. I'm definitely here to bother you every day. And to help out.
Well, I've got bad news for you. I don't need any helping out.
Well, you should have someone here keeping you company.
You know I could have lived in this apartment alone for a little while. You could have just gone a different apartment. And besides, Scott is waiting over in Maryland for me, and I want to get this place sold and get out of your hair and get back to my main man.
Right. But, Mom, it could take months to sell the old house, and I just want to make sure everything is just, I don't know, easier, especially with Grandma.
Do you still have that copy of Little Woman I gave you back when you were, 7th grade?
Yeah, I still have it, and it was in 6th grade.
Well, where is it?
It's right here.
Can I see it?
Here.
Cassie flips through the back few pages to one right before the cover. She examines what is on the page and smiles.
Oh, look at this. Here's a letter I wrote on the back page for you.
I loved when you wrote those.
God, I was so sappy. You can do anything you put your mind to.
Hey, one of my favorites was, every day that you face a challenge, you use the ones you already overcame to conquer it.
All right. There is no way I said something that cheesy.
Oh, no, you most definitely did. I'm pretty sure it's in the copy of Jurassic Park you gave me.
Riley grabs the copy of Jurassic Park off the shelf, flips to the back page, and hands it to Cassie.
Yep, it's right here.
You know, sometimes I wish you two would just be my little girls again.
Mom.
Oh, you two were my babies. It seems crazy, but I miss the days when I had your little head resting in my lap and Kate sitting in the crib in the other room. I knew I had the both of you, my two little girls, and I knew that both of you would amaze me in every way I could ever imagine.
Mom.
Daughters really are blessings, you know. Your dad wanted 3 boys, but I always wanted girls, and I got what I wanted. 2 of the most incredible women I have ever met, and they call me their mother.
And you are the most incredible mother I have ever met.
No, I wasn't.
What are you talking about? You were never a bad mother.
All right, but I wasn't the best mother. No, I couldn't compare to anything that she did. She was perfect. The most incredible mother you have ever met was not me, it was Grandma, and she was the most wonderful, maternal, kind, strong mother and woman I have ever met, but she's not here. She's not alive. She's dead.
Hey.
And now I'm not a daughter anymore. I'm not her daughter anymore. She's not my mom anymore. She's just gone. She's fucking gone. And the more and more people are just going to keep going, and it doesn't make any sense. She's gone, Riley.
Hey, don't say that. She isn't gone. It's okay.
She is. She's gone, and it's okay that it's not okay. It's okay to not be okay. That's what they always say, right? It's okay to have these feelings, to lose your marbles every once in a while. Well, I lost something else. I lost my mom. My mom is gone, and I want her back, and I didn't want her to leave yet.
Mom, it's okay.
Stop saying that. You know it's not.
I don't know what else to say.
Riley, you don't need to say anything. There is nothing you can say that heals it all.
But I want to.
Well, it's like Mick Jagger always said.
You can't always get what you want. So what do?
We do what we did when your dad died. We try our best.
What if our best isn't enough?
It will be.
What if my best isn't enough?
Right, we don't say that.
But look at us. I already couldn't help you when you freaked tonight. I moved out here for you, and what if that wasn't enough?
It will be. It already is.
Mom, we both know it's not that simple.
All right. I recognize that you are a grown woman, but I am still your mother, and under my roof, it's my rules. No more interrupting me.
Fine. And it's our roof.
Fine. Ours. And I could not be more glad that you are here with me. Here with Kate. And I know that you're going to fill up that guest room while Scott is away. And I love you. To the sky. I love you to the moon, and I love you to Mars. And you will never not be enough for me. All right?
All right. Let's eat. I don't think I can unpack another box tonight. Want a pizza?
Yeah. Oh, let's get pepperoni.
Pepperoni it is.
Lights fade, end of scene. Act 1, Scene 3. Setting, a little ways away from Margot's books, within a walking distance. Maybe in a park, maybe a bench, maybe a curb. It is 8:30 p.m., a week after Scene 1, early April 2016. At Rise, Riley and Chris are sitting together out in the open.
I love the store. Really, I do. But I hate closing because it's almost 9 and I haven't eaten yet.
Same here.
And why haven't you eaten yet? You didn't have work today. What's your excuse?
I forgot
Forgot to eat or forgot your non-existent excuse?
to eat. You know what I could go for? A hot dog.
Ew, no.
You don't like them?
Definitely not mystery meat that's been processed and shoved into slimy, edible case. Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Have you ever seen how they make them? I watched a video in health class once. Haven't eaten it since.
Okay, so no dogs. Let's see. You like pizza?
Who doesn't like pizza?
Toppings? Go.
Ooh, I am a plain cheese kind of gal, but I can stomach pepperoni.
No. That's boring. What about spinach and mushrooms? Ham and pineapple? Sausage?
My mom used to like sausage pizza.
Did she ever make you eat it?
No, I never wanted sausage, and she didn't like plain cheese.
Smart woman.
She always got us pepperoni growing up because my sister loved it and I tolerated it. So did mom. So we just kind of compromised. So that's why I can stomach pepperoni. But we breezed past the fact that you like pineapple on pizza. Unforgivable.
Please, there have been worse things on pizza.
I disagree.
Candy shouldn't go on pizza.
Hello? Have you never seen The Princess Diaries? The M&Ms on the pizza are iconic.
Never seen it.
What? No, we have to watch them. Chris Sanders, I am going to make you watch those movies if it is the last thing that I do.
Let's do it.
What?
Tonight. Let's watch them.
I don't think.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was really forward. Oh my God. You must think I'm crazy. Because we barely know each other. I just said we should watch movies together, which essentially is a date. But it's not really a date because we just met each other.
No, that's all right.
I'm so stupid. I know I must have creeped you out.
No, I'd love to.
Really?
Not right now. But eventually, when we more than barely know each other.
Yeah. That would be nice.
You know, I think the best sign of a good friendship is if you like the same movies.
Friendship.
Well, what would you call us?
Well, I mean, I don't really know.
Honest answer.
Honest answer? Friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know that much about each other. I know that you are 29, that you don't like hot dogs. You love Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Like, not love.
Fine. Like. But we don't know each other. Tell me something about yourself. Something real.
Something real?
Yeah, something that you wouldn't put on Facebook or a dating profile. What did you want to be when you were younger?
A fashion designer.
Oh, nice. Big name fashion designer or just designing clothes in general?
I think in general.
Like for Old Navy? Gap?
Oh, God, not Gap. More like Ann Taylor Loft.
Forgive me for ever suggesting the cursed Gap.
What about you?
I'm more of an Old Navy guy.
No, I meant what you wanted to be when you grew up.
I wanted to be in a band.
Boring. Who didn't want to be in a band when they were little?
Oh, yeah? Oh, I wanted to be in a punk band.
Please! You could never go punk. Or maybe pop punk at best. Rock.
Hey, I could be punk.
I always wanted to be in a band like the Beatles. My dad and I would listen to them a lot when I was younger.
You seem like someone who would like the Beatles.
Everyone likes the Beatles.
Well played.
Thank you.
Tell me something else.
In second grade, I sprained my wrist because I was writing too hard.
No. No.
I swear.
That's not possible.
Oh, but it is. And that's when I knew that I wanted to be a writer.
Because you sacrificed your wrist for the craft?
No, because I couldn't write for 3 weeks and I hated it. I couldn't stand not writing.
That's sweet.
I try. Now, tell me something about you.
Once at the beach, I thought I saw a shark. And so I started screaming until I figured out it was just a t-shirt in the water.
Lame. That wasn't as real as my story.
No, it gets more embarrassing. When I ran out of the ocean, I realized I had shit myself and it was running down my leg. Everyone saw.
No, down your leg? Oh, how old were you?
It's not important.
How old?
12.
What was that?
12. I was 12.
Oh, Chris, no.
Don't tell anyone about that, Peters. Don't you dare.
My lips are sealed, but I'll keep it in mind if extortion ever becomes an option.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, but I would.
What if, and you can say no, really, you can say no to this. Honestly, you can say no to me.
Well, maybe I could answer it if you would actually ask the question.
Touche. What if we continue this conversation at Sal's? Grab a slice, maybe some garlic knots or stromboli. My treat.
I could agree to that. Under one condition.
What's that?
That we buy some M&Ms before we go and that you try them on the pizza.
Deal, but only if you try the pineapple.
Fine.
All right.
Chris,
Yeah.
can I ask you something?
Ask away.
What is this?
What is what?
Earlier you said something about how you and I watching movies together would be like a date.
Yep, and I immediately regretted it, so no need to bring up my embarrassing moments for me to relive.
This isn't a date, right?
It's whatever you want it to be, Peters.
Just two friends getting pizza on a Sunday night.
Just two friends on a Sunday night.
The two of them exit to go get dinner together. Lights fade, end of scene. Act 1, Scene 4. Setting in Cassie's apartment, 2 p.m., July 2014. At Rise, the apartment is empty. It is quiet. Still, Cassie is on her computer.
Coral, rosy tone, subtle nude.
Cassie begins to drink from her glass of wine. She continues to look at the computer screen intently before she puts the glass back down.
Oh, that's definitely not red. That's horrendous.
Riley unlocks the front door and walks in carrying a few bags of groceries.
Hey, jeez, it's hot outside. Oh, they were out of ground beef, so I got ground turkey and figured we could just make burgers out of that. I mean, they are supposedly better for you, and we could just cut red meat out of our diet anyway.
Did you go to the Walmart on North Jameson?
Yeah.
And that's why. They usually use Thursday as a restock day, so the shelves are usually cleaned out on Wednesday. You should have gone to the one on Monroe Street.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to drive all the way across town to get a few groceries. Turkey's fine, right?
Yeah, we'll see. I just might not have much of an appetite tonight.
Cassie gets up and sets her laptop down. She grabs her wine glass, finishes it, and goes to the kitchen. She grabs a new bottle of wine out of one of the shopping bags, uncorks it, and pours some into her glass.
Hey, I got that for dinner.
And we can have more later.
How much have you had today? The other bottle was half full last night.
Well, that's how much I have.
Mom, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't need to.
No, it's not anything bad. I'm just trying to relax so I can get this done.
Get what done?
Cassie gestures to the computer screen and Riley goes towards it to look at it. Cassie goes about finishing unpacking the groceries.
I have to pick a lipstick color.
For what?
For Nana. I have to pick out some makeup styles for her face so she doesn't look so dead.
All right. Maybe it is time to switch to water.
No. You weren't allowed to tell me what to do. I am the adult here. And I am taking care of myself, and I am taking care of a funeral.
Okay, and let me help take care of you.
No, I have to take care of myself. I couldn't take care of her. I have to be able to do something, and I can't keep not taking care of people.
You took care of me when I was younger. We all need help sometimes.
No, I don't need you to help. I know what I'm doing. Okay, I've been through this once. What do you know about funerals?
Nothing, but just give me the glass and I can make some microwave popcorn or something and you can calm down.
I'm calm. Who said I'm not calm? I'm perfectly fine.
No, you're not.
Well, then let me handle it.
Okay, well, Mom, it's a little easier to stand by your side when you're crying or hungry or want some coffee, but watching you get drunk at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday might be where I draw the line.
Well, you don't need to draw a line. I can handle it. I am handling it.
Okay.
Well, just say it.
I don't have anything to say.
You do.
No, I want to finish unpacking the groceries.
Oh, right. The turkey burger.
Oh, enough about the turkey. I get it. I went to the wrong store, but how about you stop drinking and process your emotions like a normal parent and stop pushing me away?
You know what happened yesterday? I was at Lou's Hardware, and I was getting some screws for the new shelves in the bedroom, and I saw Judy Knight. Remember her?
Yeah?
Well, she walked into the same aisle as me, and she got really sad and was like, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. To lose your mother is so hard. And first off, I wanted her to just get away from me because I never liked her. But second, what does that bitch know about anything?
Mom!
No, I mean it. Like she was acting like I was some wounded bird that she was nursing back to health with the stupid condolences.
Oh, God forbid anyone display any sympathy toward you.
I'm just tired of people trying to pretend that they understand what I'm going through. So few people have even a clue of what this feels like. So yeah, I think I am entitled to be pissed off when people offer unsolicited hugs and apologies in a grocery store. I'm so sorry. Sorry for what? You didn't kill them.
Mom, they're just trying to be nice.
I don't want them to be nice. I want them to not talk to me, to not talk about it. I've been living with death for the past 15 years, and I am tired of talking about it.
I get it, Mom. Trust me, I do, but I don't think that they are ever going to stop feeling sorry.
You are just as bad.
What?
You keep constantly checking on me, trying to manage me. It's all you've done since you got home. You are forcing me to grieve your way, and that's just not how it works, Riley. It just isn't.
I want you to be okay.
And I'm not. I'm not okay, Riley. You can't just fix everything, and especially with you trying to get me to stop doing what I need to do. I just need to plan the damn funeral.
Then let me help you.
Thanks, but I don't really want somebody to keep telling me to stop drinking and to pretend like they understand.
The funeral.
What?
Let me help you with the funeral. Let me understand it.
Riley, I have to do...
No, you don't. There is no rule that says that you have to. We couldn't even hire a planner.
No, I did that for your father, and I want to do this one on my own. I was her daughter.
And my help won't make you any less her daughter. You loved her with the biggest heart I have ever seen.
She still died.
And what would you have done to stop it? Nothing, Mom. It is ridiculous to blame yourself for her dying.
It's not ridiculous.
It is. She died in her sleep. She was 87.
Why are you...
You said that you don't want to be pitied and coddled anymore, so here is some tough love. If you keep moping about it, you will only blame yourself more and more, and you will spiral, and it will only get worse. And that can't happen because I won't let that happen.
How?
We can plan it together. When it's too much for you, I step in, and when I can't handle it, you'll take care of me.
for a team like this.
We can handle it.
One question.
Of course.
Can we please order a pizza instead of those turkey burgers? I just can't stand the thought of that gray squishy patty.
Enough about the burgers, Mom.
We could get tacos. Or beef burgers. Thai food. Anything but the turkey.
Fine.
Cassie comes behind Riley and hugs her. Riley turns her head and kisses Cassie lightly on the forehead. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 5. Setting, back in the nook of Margot's books. It's mid-afternoon. The staircase seems to have gotten a bit more cluttered with books. Mid-May 2016. At Rise, Riley is pacing around the nook, picking up books off the chair and bringing them up the stairs. If there's a bookshelf on stage, she can shelve books. These actions continue for a while. Riley might sigh or fix her hair during this. Riley grabs a large stack of books and disappears upstairs with them. Chris slowly makes his way to the back nook and can see that Riley isn't back there. He was expecting her to be there. He moves the stack of books off of the chair. He sits. After a while, he finds a book in one of the stacks to start reading. Riley comes back down the stairs, looking at her feet. She does not notice Chris.
Hey there, Peters.
Jesus! Chris, you can't scare me like that.
Then how can I scare you?
What?
You said I can't scare you like that. Never mind, it was just a joke.
Oh. No, I get it now. I was just, I was startled. No, it's funny. It's funny.
It's all good. It was dumb. So are you busy?
Yeah, weirdly enough, there's been a ton of customers today, and one of the staff didn't show up for a shift, so we're like understaffed, and we have the book signing party tomorrow, so it feels like I haven't stopped moving since like 8 o'clock this morning.
You're impossible, Peters.
What do you mean?
I didn't mean... I wasn't asking if the store was busy.
So then what did you...
Are you busy? Can I steal you for a couple of minutes? Or will that get you in trouble with the manager?
I guess I can sit for a few minutes. I deserve a break, right?
Based on the way you came running down the stairs, I feel like that's warranted.
Chris stands up to offer Riley the chair.
No. I'll sit on the stairs. I took the chair last time.
You said there is a book signing party tomorrow.
Yeah, we try to connect with local authors and aspiring writers nearby, and if they're publishing something or we're just published, we offer them a night where they can come and promote the book here. Even though it's a small town, we can still get pretty big crowds, and most of the authors want to give back and keep small bookstores up and running.
Oh, wicked.
Calm down. Your Bostonian is showing.
Did I say it again? Jeez, I regret telling you that I say that all the time.
Now I'm going to call you on it every time you say it.
Hey, how long have you been doing all these book parties? I've been coming here for like half a year, but I've never heard about them.
Well, it's not that easy to find new authors or popular writers who are willing to link up with a small bookstore, let alone a used bookstore.
Yeah.
But the last one we had was about a year ago, so that's probably why you never heard about them.
Yeah.
It actually was really sweet. This author, she had just gotten married and her wife came with her, and they couldn't make up their minds as to what was more exciting, like her new book or their new wedding bands. They had that authentic newlywed vibe you only ever read about or hear of.
You never cease to amaze me.
What are you talking about? That wasn't about me.
No, it blows my mind just how much of a hopeless romantic you are.
Hey! We prefer hopeful romantic.
My bad.
And it's not my fault that I love the magic of
Love?
romance.
Interesting.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Oh, no, there's something going on in that noggin. Tell me.
I just think it's adorable to believe in the magic of it all.
It's real. It's that inexplicable spark, that feeling where you're being pulled closer to the other person. Hearts tethered together by this delicate rope called fate.
No, I know what it's supposed to be. I just don't think it can actually happen.
Well, it is. I know it is.
And there it is. The hopeful romantic.
So I assume you've never felt the magic then?
Nah. Have you?
Nope.
I thought I might one time. It clearly didn't work out.
You think you'll ever find it? When you can't fight that feeling anymore?
Peters, did you just reference REO Speedwagon mid-sentence? No, I cannot forgive you for
I
that.
am who I am, man. I can't help making dorky references to 80s music.
It's not dorky. It's wicked.
No, you cannot equate my music references to wicked.
I'm just saying, if you're going to do that all the time, then I should be allowed to call it out when I see it.
Fine.
Fine.
What book are you reading?
The Godfather.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Why is that?
Murder, the mob, revenge. It's very on brand for you.
All right.
Would it kill you to read something not so dark? Something with romance or love?
I have read books that are lighter. Great Gatsby has love in it.
Doesn't count. Multiple deaths, including murder.
It most certainly does count. He loves Daisy.
Obsession is not love.
In some situations it is.
Nope, your argument doesn't hold up. Also, as a book lover, I cannot let you call it Great Gatsby. It's The Great Gatsby. Get it right.
Fine. Gatsby doesn't count, but I have read lighter books.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Is that a challenge?
If you think you can actually do it.
Oh, I can do it.
Well, consider the gauntlet thrown down.
I think I'll have to go start looking around to find a book that isn't too dark then.
It's a shame I don't work on commission, because if it's that easy to convince you to buy some books, I'd be rich.
Well, Peters, thanks for entertaining me for a little while.
Hey, thanks for giving me a break from lugging all these books all over the place. Hey, if you want to come to that book party tomorrow, it's at 8.
In the morning? Or at night? Kidding. I know it's at night. I don't know why I made the joke. Yes, I'd have to come.
Cool. Oh, and I know we aren't super classy here at Margot's, but you'll have to spice up the wardrobe a little bit.
What? Are jeans and a t-shirt not going to cut it for this snooty new author coming into town?
You know, I love to wear jeans just as much as the next person, but unfortunately, it's more of a business casual event.
You're telling me the small used bookstore doesn't deserve black tie apparel? Guess I'll have to dial it down a bit.
Get out of here.
See you tomorrow.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Riley smiles to herself and then turns to look at the chair. She quickly gets back to work, but in a much better mood. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 6. Setting. This is a flashback to September 2014. Cassie's apartment, which is the same as Riley's. It is 9:30 p.m. Pillows from the couch are strewn about the room. A blanket is hanging off of the couch, more off than on. One of the chairs at the dining table is laying sideways on the floor. At Rise, Cassie is sitting at the dining table. She is distractedly painting her nails. She is numb. After a few moments, Riley unlocks the front door and comes into the apartment. She is carrying a pizza, an order of baked ziti, and some wine.
Sorry, it took me longer than I thought, but I brought you some food, pizza, and...
It's alright, honey. I already...
Are you sure? I got your favorite.
Mrs. Erickson from down the hall brought over a meatloaf for me earlier and some chocolate cake.
That's sweet of her. Mom, what are you doing?
Just painting my nails. I haven't done them in a couple of months. Do you want to do yours?
No. Why is the chair on the ground?
Is it? Huh. Well, I must have knocked it over earlier. I guess I didn't notice.
Riley opens her mouth to continue questioning her mother, but holds her tongue. She slowly starts picking up the pillows and the blanket and placing them back on the couch.
Mom, do you want to talk about it?
What kind of pizza did you get?
Pepperoni? And you didn't let me finish. Are we going to...
Riley, you know I like sausage better.
Yes, I know that. I don't eat sausage pizza, so I get the pepperoni because we both will eat it, and you're not listening to me.
Just wish you'd have gotten the sausage.
Mom, what are you doing? Would you stop and look at me?
I'm painting my nails.
Why?
I wanted to paint them. Look, blue.
What is this?
What do you mean?
Okay, I can't tell if this is some joke you were playing or or if this is a way of coping, but whatever it is, you are weirding me out.
Why would this be a joke? What's funny about painting my nails?
Nothing. There's nothing funny about it, and that's why I have no clue why you're doing it right now.
You know what I love about painting my nails? I have complete control over where the paint goes. I can control everything. I choose the style, the color, how long I keep the polish on. No, nothing happens that I don't want to.
What is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Scott is dead. Your husband is dead. He died last night, and you are sitting here painting your fucking nails?
What's your language?
Oh, give me a fucking break!
What exactly are you doing here, Riley?
I brought you some dinner. I thought that you might want something to eat.
Mm-hmm. And?
And I came here to be here for you. We said that we would show up for each other, so I am here for you right now.
Right, and all you've done so far is bring me some pizza I don't like, and you've shouted about me about my dead husband and my nail polish. How is that being here for me? Is that how you want to support me?
It doesn't make sense to me. You should be in tears or looking through photo albums remembering Scott, and you're not. You are painting your nails like it's no big deal.
And you know what it feels like to lose someone.
Yes, I do.
You were 10, you didn't understand it.
But I still had feelings.
It's the same thing.
Yes, it is. Dad didn't just die for you. I lost him too.
You lost a father. Okay, you didn't lose the love of your life. I have now lost 2 of them. 2. So forgive me that my grieving is not matching up to your standards.
I'm not a child anymore. I understand grief.
From a child's perspective. You know, it's different when you're an adult, Riley. It's different. It's real. They are really gone, and you have to grieve and move on and live each day knowing that you'll never have them back. Never. And then you have to sort through the paperwork, listen to their will, and pick out their outfit for the funeral. The damn funeral! And that's the twisted part. Having to pick the flowers and the casket, and all you want to do is hold them in your arms the last time. Instead, you have to be the one to pick how they will go into the ground forever. You think that's easy? It's not. So don't tell me how to grieve, because it doesn't get any easier the second time you have to do it.
I never said it was easy.
But you showed up here with pizza like it was a normal Tuesday night. This isn't normal. Scott is dead and I don't have him here anymore, and there is no easy way to do this, and I can't do this again, I can't.
Cassie is standing in Riley's face. How did she get here? She doesn't remember moving. After a brief moment, Cassie collapses into Riley, and Riley moves the 2 of them over to the couch.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I can't do it again, Riley, I can't.
It's okay. We're gonna get through it. We'll get through it together.
I feel ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Death.
No. Life. Everything about it is fucking outrageous. Existence, sentience. It creeps me out how to think about how it's all possible or why we're here.
I guess so.
It's sick that we get put here just to die and leave someone behind to clean up our mess.
No, don't talk about it like that.
Death?
No, what comes after?
Purgatory?
The funeral, Riley. The funeral. It's not some load to carry. It's more than that. It's heartbreak all over again, and it's goodbye, and it's that last bit of the ink drying.
Okay. But it is a burden. You can't deny.
Fine. Yes, it's a burden, and it's messy, and it's hard, and I can't do it again. I just can't.
The funeral?
Please, Riley. Please, I need you to do this for me. Just take care of all of it.
You want me to plan the funeral? I don't know how to.
I can't break my heart all over again.
Well, maybe we should hire someone.
Riley, please. I know you'll do it, right? You won't re-break my heart.
Cassie buries her head into Riley's chest, and Riley holds her tightly. Lights fade. End of scene. Act 1, Scene 7. Setting in Cassie's apartment later that night. At Rise, the lights fade up to a dim. Riley is sitting on the couch. Cassie is laying on the couch with her head resting on Riley's lap. She is asleep. They sit in stillness and in silence for a while. Slowly, Riley begins to stroke Cassie's back. Riley is maternal, caring, and tender. This goes on for a minute. It is sweet.
How are you feeling, Mom? Mom?
Are you sleepy?
I remember when I used to fall asleep on your lap. It was on the nights I couldn't fall asleep because Dad would sneak me soda during dinner. The caffeine always kept me up, and I would come knock on your door and say, "Mommy, I'm awake!" And then you and Dad would shuffle out, so sleepy. You always wanted to watch reruns of Happy Days. You loved the theme song, but Dad liked watching the Yankees play. And every time I would pick the Yankees and then snuggle up to you like I hadn't just stabbed you in the back. After that, the night would feel like molasses. Like I melted into your lap as the players on the screen melted into blurry dreams, and my small body melted into my bed. Only for me to wake up at 8 o'clock the next morning and invade your bed to snuggle some more.
Riley looks down at her mother, then looks up at the sky, at her father. She looks back to Cassie, grabs a pillow and slides it under her head as she steps up from the couch. She walks to the kitchen, gets a glass of water, then walks back over to the couch. She begins to put the glass on the table.
You didn't say that. You used to say, "Mommy, I'm still awake."
I thought you were sleeping.
I was. And then I wasn't.
I got you a glass of water.
I heard.
Do you want to sleep in your room or just stay here on the couch?
I'll just stay here.
You sure?
Sure.
Positive?
Positive.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Good night.
Get some sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Riley starts to head for the door. Cassie begins humming the Happy Days theme song. Slowly, Riley joins in until they finish the song.
Love you, Mama.
We see Cassie smile. Riley walks out the door and locks it behind her. Lights fade, end of scene. Act 1, Scene 8. Setting. Back in the nook of Margot's books. The staircase is completely clear. There are 2 cardboard boxes full of books for the book signing sitting on the chair. It is 6:45 p.m. It is one day after Scene 5. At Rise, Riley and Chris walk into the nook from the main area of the bookstore. Chris is in business casual attire, and Riley is still in her work clothes.
I'm just saying, you should have texted me to tell me you were out front instead of knocking on the door and scaring the shit out of me.
And I am just saying that it was much funnier that way.
You know I don't like getting scared.
Yeah, but it's funny, so naturally I have to.
Okay, so those are the boxes over there. They can just go up front under the table that I set up, and then I will just need some help getting up the banners and the signs.
Sounds good.
Just have to get changed first. If you can take those boxes up to the front, I'll meet you there.
Yep. Oh, hey, can you help me put my tie on?
You don't know how to tie a tie?
I'm more of a clip-on kind of guy.
You're hopeless. Come here.
Chris pulls a tie out of his pocket and hands it to Riley. They are face to face and very close. She ties his tie. As she finishes tying it, they stand there for a moment.
You dress up nice, Mr. Sanders.
You flatter me, Miss Peters.
The two of them are even closer, seconds away from crossing the line of friendship.
You should go get dressed. It's getting close to 8.
Riley backs away and begins to head up the stairs.
Yeah, and you've got boxes to move?
Makes sense. Give me all the heavy lifting while you disappear upstairs.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for helping me. I really appreciate it. I know that I wouldn't have gotten it all done in time.
Of course.
Riley disappears upstairs. Chris grabs the first box and walks off stage to bring it to the front. After a while, Chris returns and shouts to Riley.
Riley, I took out some of the books from the first box and I laid them out on the table. I hope that's all good.
That's fine, as long as they don't look messy.
Maybe you should take a look at them. I don't have faith in my placement skills.
Oh, good. I was worried you had already left with the second box.
Nope, still here.
Would you help me zip up my dress?
Of course.
Riley turns around for Chris to zip the back of her dress. Chris zips it and the two of them freeze for a moment. Riley slowly turns around to face Chris. They're even closer than before when she tied his tie.
I should put on some shoes.
That box isn't going to move itself.
Riley slowly backs away and starts up the stairs. Chris quickly crosses to the stairs and grabs her arm. She turns around and quickly the two of them kiss. They both have been waiting for this. They break apart long enough for them to smile at each other, and then they kiss again. This time it is longer.
Let me go grab my shoes.
Riley hurries up the stairs. Chris picks up the second box. Riley returns quickly with some heels in her hand. Chris smiles at her, and the two of them walk off stage together. Blackout, end of Act 1. Act 2, Scene 1. Setting, in Cassie's apartment. It is afternoon, January 2015. At Rise, Cassie is pouring herself a glass of water. She seems distracted, but not upset. Almost going about business as usual. Riley enters through the front door.
Oh, I thought you would still be at work.
Yeah, well, if you would have answered any of my 5 phone calls or the text I sent, maybe I wouldn't have rushed over here to see if you were okay.
Okay.
I just... Never mind.
Well, I'm okay. Are you? I'm not doing this, Riley. I'm busy. Say whatever it is you ran home to say to me, or go back to work.
Busy with what? Plans for Kate?
I said...
I was planning on starting to get things organized for her. Her bank accounts, estate, will, and all of that, if we start sorting through that together.
Can you just wait? We just got the diagnosis last week.
Mom, they say that it can help to get started on this stuff, to get that information from Kate.
No, can you wait?
Me?
Yes, you just give me time. You come in like a bulldozer, just like with Nana.
What does Nana have to do with this?
Really, I said I don't want to deal with this.
With what? With Kate?
With you. With you. You just want me to do all these things and take care of everything, and you don't give me any time to grieve. You don't give me any time to breathe. It's exhausting, and you just keep sticking your nose.
I'm not sticking my nose in. I am helping to take care of everything.
And what exactly are you taking care of? What have you done so far with Kate?
Mom, we just got the diagnosis.
So 1 week is too long for me to still be scared and worried for her life, but too short for you to begin taking care of everything so we can handle when she finally dies in a few months.
I didn't say it should be done by now. We just need to get started on it.
Tell me this. When you get a huge cut on your hand, do you apply medicine and bandages and allow time to heal, or do you just keep pushing and use your hand and get blood everywhere, never letting the wound fully heal?
That's not what this is.
Let me heal.
She's not dead yet. I'm not letting you grieve and heal twice when she's only going to die once.
And she might die once. But we are going to have to watch her approaching that moment when dying becomes dead, when life with Kate becomes the past and it becomes just memory. Okay, just let me heal while I am watching this happen right before my eyes.
I hear you. But we can't afford to just sit around and wait until she dies to take care of all of this business. They said it is better to start sooner rather than later.
Okay, well, it fucking hurts right now, so maybe I don't want to get started yet. Okay? Can you just back up for like 10 seconds and look at what I am going through?
Hey, I am going to lose a sister here. I have to watch her go through the pain too.
It's not just her. Other people have died too, and you didn't seem to see me during those times.
They died for me too.
But Riley, you haven't lost someone.
I have. God, I feel like we have this conversation every time someone dies. I have lost people just like you.
But you're not like me. You don't feel the same way.
Yes, I do.
No, I have told you
it's different. Yes, you have told me, but that doesn't mean I don't feel anything.
You feel what? Exactly what is it that you feel?
My own mother doesn't believe me.
I just haven't seen you get upset once through any of these. So what can you possibly be feeling?
Have you been drinking?
Stop.
You have been drinking.
Stop changing the subject. You want to ask me if I'm okay? Ask yourself. What do you do when people die? Just bury an emotion or any connection that you had to anyone and then just bury them right after?
How could you say that?
Because it's the truth. You did an awfully great job of moving on very quickly the second any of those people died.
That's not what I did.
How do you do it? Just cast their lives aside like something else on your to-do list. It's like a job to you. Just one more task to get you through the day. You don't care. You didn't care about them.
You do not have the right to tell me what I do and don't care about just because I wasn't as close with them.
Why did you do it?
Doesn't matter.
Why did you?
Mom, stop.
Why?
For you! Fuck you! Like I said, I've got to start getting things together for her, and I should just head out.
I asked you to wait.
This isn't my idea. They told
Stop!
us.
Just stop. She doesn't need this yet.
It's going to be easy.
She's not dead yet. She is still here, so stop doing this ahead of time. We don't need to. She is the last thing I have to hold on to.
She is?
I don't know what I will do when it's time, when she is finally gone. So just wait, leave it alone.
She is.
There you go, just get someone else to do it. I don't want any of this in my house. I refuse to talk about her like she's already dead.
She is. She's dying, Mom. She is going to die. This is what people do when a loved one is dying. They talk about it. So let's talk. Come on, Mom, just say something. Let's start getting it all out in the open. You need to wake up and start talking.
And you need to show some compassion. This whole no emotions act is starting to get old, and I am tired of seeing you act like you know everything about coping. Get off your fucking high horse for 1 second and just be here for me.
Wipe the tears out of your eyes for 1 second, and maybe you would see that this is all I have been doing. All of this, everything that I have been doing has been on your behalf. It's all for you. I have a life outside of this apartment, you know. It doesn't seem like it, because I am only here for you, never for me.
Oh, right, yeah, and trying to make me feel guilty about having emotions and fearing the loss of my daughter is really being here for me.
I'm just calling you out on your bullshit.
You know what, if you know so much about feelings and grieving, just tell me how it feels to lose your mom.
I don't know.
How does it feel when she is gone? And the last thing you ever said to her was so meaningless. Not even I love you or I miss you. It was, I'll tell the nurses to change the water in your flowers.
Mom.
Tell me how it feels when you think you're going to walk home and give your husband a kiss and instead you find him face up on the ground. Tell me, how does it feel to find the man you love most with no life left in him?
I don't know.
And that's what I've been trying to tell you. You act like you understand. You act like this big adult who knows how to grieve and go, but you aren't. You are a child who can't handle her own emotions.
And you are a blubbering baby who can't walk 2 feet without needing someone around like me around to catch her.
Cassie raises her hand to slap Riley. Riley flinches and Cassie stops her hand before swinging. They both freeze as they realize what almost just happened.
Do not raise your voice like that.
Right. Glad to see her doing okay.
Riley leaves. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 2. Setting in Riley's apartment. October 2016, late afternoon. At Rise, Riley is sitting on the couch typing on her computer. She is typing loudly. Chris is sitting at the other end doing a crossword puzzle.
Careful. You always type so hard. You're going to break off one of the keys.
You can't break off one of the keys, and I'm not typing that hard.
Riley begins noticeably typing a bit softer. Chris smiles.
4-letter word, hot dog's cousin.
Bratwurst. A brat.
Damn, you're good. 6-letter word, type of cake.
Carrot.
No, ends with an E.
Sponge.
Doesn't work. The first letter is G.
What clue gave you G?
Blank jam. It's great.
Space jam. Sponge works.
Chris starts measuring out the words. and slowly erases grape and writes in sponge and space. He smiles at Riley as she goes back to typing.
What are you typing so hard about anyway?
Nothing.
All right.
All right?
Yeah. If you don't want to tell me, that's all right.
Chris Sanders, I have known you for almost a year, and never once have you ever let me get away with not answering you.
I've grown.
Really?
Really. I'm mature now.
I'll believe it when I see it.
You know what I think? I think you like it when I keep nagging you.
No, because I am mature.
Nope. There is some small part of you wishing I had asked again. You want me to say those words right now, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, but you do. You want to tell me. That's why you were typing so loud. You wanted me to ask. I know you like the back of my hand, Peters. Just cave already and admit it.
I won't admit anything because I didn't want to tell you anyways.
Chris leans back and resumes his crossword as Riley begins to walk away with her laptop. She walks into the bedroom and after a few seconds comes back out.
I want to write.
What?
I want to start writing again.
Really? That's great. You're gonna write
I'm
again.
going to write again.
What are you writing? You know what? It doesn't matter. We are going to celebrate. Dinner's on me, baby, and I'll buy you a buffet if you want. We can go to that new Mediterranean place downtown, or we can get all dolled up and hit up the fancy fondue place.
Let's go to Sal's.
Right. This is big. You don't want to go somewhere special?
Sal's is special.
We can pick up some M&Ms on the way there.
You know me so well.
And that's why I love you.
Did you want to drive or do you want me to drive? Because I can drive. I might need to get some gas before, but honestly, we could probably just make it there and back without having to stop for gas unless you want to drive.
I can drive.
Chris, I really want to say...
Stop. Riley, you don't have to say anything.
You have no idea how much I'm going to be able to say it.
I don't want to make you feel like you have to say it.
I feel that.
Stop that.
But I should just say it. It's not that big of a deal, and I should say it. I should just...
Riley Peters, I love you no matter what you say or don't say to me. I love the way you put your socks in the dryer before you put them on so they're warm inside your shoes. I love the way you twirl your hair in between your fingers when you're working at your computer. I love that every single time you find a typo in a book, you shout it out like you caught the author in a trap. I love the way you come to a full and complete stop at every stop sign ever. I love sitting on the couch watching baseball with you lying on my chest, and I can feel your ribs shift with each breath you take. I'm so lucky I get to hold you close to me. I get to hold all of you. I love you for all of you. Whether you know if you love me or not, I love you. And I love that you're writing again, and I would love to take you to Sal's to celebrate.
I'll drive.
Fine by me.
You want to see some full and complete stops at stop signs? Because I'll give them to you.
Why can't you just roll through one? Just once.
Nope. You know the one time I do, that's when I'll get caught. I refuse to get a ticket for not stopping at a stop sign.
Let's get out of here. I'm starving.
You head down to the car. I'm going to grab my purse and coat.
Chris heads out the door and Riley walks into the bedroom. She returns with her coat, keys, and purse. She stops in the living room and looks at the spot where Chris said he loved her. It's a lot to take in. She's in limbo. After a moment, she walks out the front door. Blackout. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 3. Setting, Cassie's apartment, April 2015. It is very late at night. At Rise, the apartment is empty. It is quiet, hauntingly still. After a moment, the door unlocks and Riley opens it to let Cassie in. They are both in black dresses. Riley is holding a notebook that has the name Kate on the cover.
I'm going to make some tea. Would you like any?
Cassie slowly shakes her head no. and she sits on the couch. Riley decides to not make the tea and walks over to the couch. She sits next to Cassie. Her eyes are glued to Cassie. Then Riley takes her hand and gently strokes it. The two of them share a long moment of silence. They don't need to talk.
Come on, Mom. You should get some sleep.
As Cassie gets up from the couch, she knocks off a blanket. She walks into the bedroom and sits down on the edge of the bed. Riley stays by the couch and folds the blanket, putting it back on the couch. She walks into the bedroom to check on Cassie. Riley walks over to Cassie and kneels down. She helps take off Cassie's shoes.
Let's get you out of your dress.
Riley walks over to the dresser and pulls out some pajamas for Cassie.
Stand up, Mom.
Cassie stands up and turns around while Riley unzips the dress for her. Cassie changes into the pajamas in front of Riley. Riley is busy turning down the covers and arranging the pillows on the bed. Cassie climbs into bed.
Kate looked beautiful still. I know you don't want to talk about it, but she did. She was beautiful. Do you want me to sleep in here with you? All right. I'm going to go make my tea for myself, and then I'll come back in.
Riley walks into the living room and sits down on the couch. She sits in silence, staring blankly into space for a moment. Slowly, she starts to crack. Tears begin to fall as she begins to choke silently on her own tears. After this goes on for a while, Riley wipes her eyes, straightens herself, and goes back towards the bedroom. Lights fade. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 4. Setting in Riley's apartment, December 2016, late afternoon. At Rise, Riley walks into the living room carrying a laundry basket full of clean clothing. There's a knock on the door. Riley sets the basket down and opens the door. Chris walks in.
Hey, I didn't know you were coming over.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to talk to you about, can I come in?
Oh, yeah, I'm free right now. Doing a little bit of laundry, but I guess you can come in. Want some wine? I got a bottle of that Chardonnay we tried last week.
No, I'm good.
You want to sit? You know, I think I found the right way to end that chapter that I've been stuck on.
Oh, that's...
I'm going to have the journalist realize that she lost her notebook. Everything is gone, all of her notes. Of course it'd make more sense for her competitor to take it from her rather than her losing it, but...
But you want the readers to think that you aren't writing a romance novel.
Exactly. And if she just assumed her enemy, Juliet, had taken it, then she would probably confront her, and Juliet would scold her for making assumptions. They would look for the notebook together, find some criminal who stole it, and then they would fall happily in love, and the book would end with their wedding bells. But no, I won't be doing that.
Of course not.
Nope, she loses the notebook, can't find it, goes out for a drink, gets way too drunk at the bar, and that's when Juliet comes in. She takes care of her for the night, blah, 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 blah. Boom! That's when the wedding bells come in.
And there it is. I knew you'd find a way to solve it. You really are brilliant.
Stuck it to you.
I love you. Right? Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
No, Riley, look at me.
What?
You aren't looking at me when I'm talking to you. Please, Riley, this is important.
Okay. Yes. I am here, and I am listening to you.
Okay. Yes. Well, now I really don't know how to say it.
Chris, you literally just asked me to stop what I was doing and to look at you.
Okay, yes, you're right. I just don't feel like being the bad guy.
Bad guy?
No, I didn't mean bad. I meant that I don't like confrontation.
Confrontation?
I just wanted to talk, that's all.
Well, confrontation implies that I'm doing something wrong, so please enlighten me to what it is that I'm doing wrong.
No, you're not doing anything wrong.
I think I am, because you clearly feel like you need to talk to me, to confront me.
Well, I don't like saying that you did something wrong.
Why not? Just say it.
Because I love you.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because you never say it back. Because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who does any loving in this relationship. Aside from your book characters, who honestly, it sometimes feels like you care about more than me.
What are you talking about? Where is all of this coming from?
Ever since you started writing your novel, it has become very evident that you don't care about me as much as I care about you.
So, what? I don't value you? I care more about my writing?
No. That was the first time I told you I love you.
You've lost me.
When you started writing again.
What?
When you started writing again, I told you I love you. And you didn't say it back. And that was fine then. But, now, I've said it time and time again, and you won't say it back. You usually just change the subject, but today, Riley, today you surprised me. Today I said it, and you fell silent.
I'm confused. I don't even remember you saying that tonight.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Why would you ever listen to me or my feelings?
Excuse me?
Nothing.
No, it clearly is something. You want me to listen to your feelings because I'm some monster who doesn't care about you, so please, just share away.
Why can't you take this seriously?
Fine. Sorry that I am immature, but sure, I'll humor you. I'll be serious for this.
Not this conversation. Our relationship. You don't fucking take it seriously.
Yes, I fucking do.
Don't swear at me.
You swore first.
Yeah, well, I have the fucking right to.
Right, and I don't?
Well, not as much as I do.
Because you care more about me. Right. And tell me exactly what shitty pieces of evidence you have that would point to that conclusion.
You have never said you love me.
That doesn't mean I don't care.
Don't you get it, though? All I want is for you to love me. Not even as much as I love you, because God, at this point, I feel like my love is as big as the entire planet. But you have given me nothing. And to move through this relationship without so much as a glimmer of hope towards the fact that you might love me is demoralizing.
I'm sorry that I don't inflate your ego every day by showering you with words that I don't genuinely mean.
So you don't?
It's not.
You don't?
Stop asking.
You don't.
I don't see what the...
Then let me ask you something. What is this to you?
This is a stupid argument.
You and me, Riley. What am I? What am I to you?
You're my boyfriend, and we are taking things slow, and then like other couples, a long way down the road, we might get married.
Yeah, that's what I used to think too. But the end of that road keeps looking further and further away.
Now this...
What are we? Actually, what are we to you?
Very mature, but this isn't about me.
It is.
How is it my fault that you don't see a future with me?
Because you clearly don't.
What?
I told you I loved you a month ago, and you haven't told me that you love me. So I am sorry that I don't feel like loving someone who doesn't love me back.
It's just hard. I'm not... I don't know. It's hard for me.
How? How is it hard for you?
You should know.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking mind reader.
Stop swearing at me!
Well, if you would explain to me what exactly it is that makes me unlovable, I wouldn't have to get so angry.
It's not that easy to just say why I can't.
I am supposed to be the person you can tell anything to. Just fucking say it!
Stop saying that!
What? Fuck?
Yes!
Fuck! Just fucking tell me why fucking you can't fucking love me!
Don't you fucking swear at me! We don't do that! We don't do this!
We wouldn't have to do this if you would just tell me you love me back!
It's just hard! I don't know how it is hard for me!
Yes, you keep saying that, but I don't see how it's all that hard. It's 3 words. It's hard for you because you don't feel that way.
You do not get to tell me how I do or don't feel.
I do. Because you can't even look at yourself and tell you how you feel. Now look, it's fine that you don't feel that way, but just say that. Stop stringing me along.
I'm not stringing you along.
Really? Then go ahead. Tell me.
Where's all of this coming from?
It's all from you. I came over here today because I can't take it anymore. I need to know what I am to you. So just say it. Tell me right now. Do you love me?
Stop forcing this out of me. I'm not. I don't want... I don't trust fate.
Pardon my French, but what the fuck does fate have to do with anything we're talking about?
Just forget it, Chris.
No, I am not going to just drop this because I'm not asking for much here.
You are! I don't want to sit around and wait for you to die. Our bodies are like car engines or something else with a bunch of parts. But no, No, the point is that all it takes is just for one of those parts to do the wrong thing.
What?
One of those pieces could just fail. One of our teeny tiny organs could just fail, and it's all over. Life itself is over, and you are dead. And when you die, I'm the one who's left behind to clean up the mess, to sweep up the shattered shards of my heart. So forgive me that it isn't super easy for me to throw around feelings and commitment, but I guess that it's easy for someone like you.
Someone like me?
Yes, someone like you. Someone who has no filter and doesn't care about how his words affect someone else.
How the fuck did this turn into a conversation about things you don't like about me?
I never said that I didn't like that about you.
Oh, but you did. With your tone. So maybe you should use your perfect filter and update it so you can actually think about how your words affect me.
I made one comment. One comment.
Why am I still here? You don't love me.
Stop being such an asshole about this and stop yelling at me.
I love you, and I'm the asshole here. Makes sense.
Chris walks out the front door.
No. Fuck.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 5. Setting, Cassie and Riley's apartment, July 2015, evening. At Rise, Cassie is sitting on the couch under a blanket. Riley walks in the front door with a pizza and a 2-liter bottle of Coke.
Hey, I grabbed some soda on the way home, so the pizza might be a bit colder than expected, but I can toss some slices in the microwave super quick and we can pop on a movie. I was thinking Dirty Dancing, Pretty in Pink. I'm in the mood for an 80s rom-com. Mom, do you want anything? Earth to Cassie?
Oh, no, honey. I don't need any water. Thanks, though.
Mom, that's not what I asked.
That's all right.
Want any pizza?
Where'd you get it from?
Lorenzo's?
Yeah. I'll have 1 or 2 slices.
Want me to heat them up?
No. Lukewarm pizza makes the wine taste better.
We're not having wine. I got Coke for us tonight.
Why?
I just thought it would be good to have something different.
I think there's some rosé in the fridge.
Cassie goes to the fridge and pulls out a bottle of wine that is close to empty.
Look, I think that you should just drink the Coke tonight.
I don't think you need a baby.
I'm not babying you.
You don't need to tell me what I should and shouldn't drink, what I should do. You don't need to help me grieve, and you don't need to keep hovering around me all the time.
I don't hover.
You do. You just brought dinner home and you decided what I should be drinking without even asking me. If you had talked to me first, I might have chosen different.
No, you wouldn't have.
Then how would you know? You never given me a chance. You just keep forcing all these answers on me without considering what I want.
You're a grown woman. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
No, like you actually believe that.
You're right. I don't. Because you are 53 years old and you are acting like the child in this relationship.
You treat me like one.
Well, maybe if you would just grow up and face your grief, I wouldn't have to treat you like that.
Face my grief. That's nice. Yeah, that's real nice coming from you.
Mom?
No, I just find it funny how you're able to tell me about grief when you aren't the one who had to bury 2 loves of your life, and her mother, and her daughter, 3 of which happened the same year. It's funny how you helped me with the little bits and pieces of Grandma's funeral, but when it came to the real stuff, picking the casket, writing the obituary, finding a fucking burial container, picking the font to go on the gravestone, you vanished because it was just too hard for you to even think about death. Can you even imagine picking the font to write your mother's name in on a piece of stone that's going to sit on top of her dead body for ages? It is a pain that I do not wish upon anyone. And I had to do it all alone. When you told me you would help me, so it looks like you are actually the one who couldn't handle your grief or face your feelings long enough to help me plan a damn funeral for your grandmother that you weren't even close with. You know what? Let's do a little exercise.
Cassie grabs 2 pieces of paper from a notebook or pad of paper, some pens, and sits down, beckoning for Riley to join her.
Come on, let's start planning a funeral together. Yeah? Someone you really care about a lot. How about you plan Kate's funeral?
Mom, that already happened.
No, I know it did. But for the sake of unpacking and facing our feeling, let's have you plan Kate's funeral.
What?
Come on, let's see you put some good use to all of those feelings you claim to have when people die. Show me how much you cared about your sister. Plan a damn funeral for her.
You're being ridiculous.
You're right, I am. This is ridiculous of me. I don't know why I thought you'd be willing to actually do it. There's only one person you care enough to feel any emotional pain when you plan their funeral. You.
Excuse me?
You heard me, Riley. You care about yourself far more than you care about me or how I am actually doing. You throw yourself a pity party over the fact that you feel like you need to just keep babying me.
Stop it.
And you complain about how I am not acting grown up. And you look down on me because you think you are so much more mature than I am.
Stop.
You.
Would you stop it? None of that is true.
Well, it sure feels like it's true.
Well, it's not. If you would just take 2 seconds to open your eyes for once, you would see that I have been hiding everything for the past years that you wouldn't see me in pain. So that you wouldn't see me be weaker than you. So that you wouldn't feel like you had to take care of me.
Well, why did you do that for?
Because watching how hurt you were and the pain that you were in and the grief that swallowed you whole was the most difficult thing I have had to do in years. It was far more painful than watching any of those people be lowered into the ground because they don't feel the pain anymore, but you were left with all of the pain, and I can't stand to imagine the pain you would be left with if I die. I don't want to imagine the pain I will be left with if you die. I don't want to do what you did. I don't want to live the life that you are living right now. I don't want to be you.
But why didn't you ever say any of that?
Because it's hard to talk about your fears and your feelings. You would know.
Well, I wanted to say that I'm sorry for not being there for you.
No, Mom, I'm sorry that I didn't think about how to help you in the best way. I was just thinking about me.
No, I'm the one who's sorry that she didn't take the time to see how much her daughter...
No, we are not apologizing. We're just going to keep going back and forth like this for hours. We are not going to apologize for just trying to navigate whatever we would call this past year. Yeah, we've made some mistakes, but we just have to move forward from here.
Yeah. For the record, I don't like to think about how when I die I will leave you with all of this shit to plan and fix and take care of. I can't imagine how hard that will be.
I don't want you to experience all of that again.
That's life, isn't it? A lot of things we don't want to happen, and then we sit around scared that they're just going to happen again.
Way to keep an optimistic attitude.
Right. Right, I have an idea.
What's that?
We should just each plan our own.
What?
Let's plan our funerals.
Mom, it's ridiculous.
No, it's not that crazy when you think about it.
Cassie goes to grab some journals and brings them back to Riley.
We are both far more scared of the aftermath of someone dying rather than being afraid of our own deaths, right?
Yeah.
So if we plan our own funerals, then when we die, it doesn't get left behind like the burden for the other person or other people.
This is weirdly morbid.
Well, when you get past the concept and look at the reasoning, it makes a bit of sense, doesn't it?
I mean, I guess. But look, isn't it so weird to pick out your own casket? I don't even know if I want to be buried or something else.
So we start simple. Obituaries.
Funny for you to call any part of funeral planning simple.
You're a writer. Think of it like a weird, specific, nuanced piece of writing. When in doubt, you try it, you hate it, you get experience writing it, and you'll be writing again, and you drop it. Come on. Let's do it for me.
Cassie begins writing on her paper. Riley remains hesitant and eventually begins to write, looks over at Cassie's paper, then back at her own.
I don't even know what goes in an obituary.
You'll figure it out. Just write.
This is silly.
Riley reluctantly starts writing on her paper. The lights slowly fade to a blackout. The lights fade back up and Riley is now laying down on the couch asleep, and Cassie is cleaning up the coffee table, clearing away the crumpled papers that are inevitably littering the floor. She smiles at Riley and sits down to write.
My sweet Riley, I know this is silly or it doesn't make sense, or you found this while I'm still here and I'm going to want to kick your ass for ruining it. But nonetheless, you have found my letter. I don't know exactly what I want to say. I never really do, but you always find a way to locate my words for me.
Cassie writes the rest of the letter in silence. She folds it and tucks it into her journal.
Good night, sweet Riley.
Cassie plants a kiss on Riley's forehead and then goes to her bedroom. Lights fade, end of scene. Act 2, Scene 6. Setting in Riley's apartment, January 2017, about a week after Scene 4. At Riley is looking at her bookshelf. Riley picks up In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. She sits down and looks at the book. Someone knocks on the door, and Riley opens it to find Chris.
Hi.
Hey! I was looking through the candle store down the road. Thought I'd stop in to see you.
Oh,
Look, Riley,
I have something I want to tell you. Before you say whatever you're going to say. I want to say this so you don't think it's influenced by you.
No, I wanted to
No,
say...
I need to say this.
Okay.
It's a little bit hard to say.
That's okay.
I don't like that we fought. I didn't like our fight.
I agree with that.
And I think I want us to talk about it.
We can do that.
Great.
Great.
So,
Let's talk.
great.
Do you have something to say?
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
I have, I feel like it's hard for me to talk about my feelings in general.
Right.
And this is hard. No, it's weird. I'm done. We don't have to do this.
No, we should.
It's easier if we don't.
It's not supposed to be easy. Keep going.
Thanks. I think that I struggle with feelings in relationships a lot. I have a lot of pain and loss. I've seen it, and it's not pretty. It's messy. I'm afraid of the mess.
Okay.
Just didn't seem worth it to me.
What didn't?
Waking up and finding you there, next to me. No life left in you.
What are you talking about?
If we spend the rest of our lives together, what happens when one of us dies?
Wait, back up a bit. Where does death come into play here?
That's why I haven't said it yet. That's why I haven't told you. I'm afraid of the thought of losing you. You know, I can't stand it. It makes my chest ache like a cavern with a light shining all the way to the bottom, but you can't see the bottom, you only hear it, and I can't stand knowing where it all ends, but I also don't want to know where it ends, and I just didn't feel like it was worth it to go into the cavern and look inside because I was afraid the bottom would find me before I was ready to find it.
So don't go into the cavern?
And that's what I did, but I want to go into the cavern because even if the bottom finds me or the walls collapse and I'm trapped, at least I got to see the cavern.
So
it's worth it to go into the cavern.
All right. But I don't want to force you to go into the cavern. I'm sorry, can we stop speaking metaphorically about all this?
It's just easier for me to use these words and not their real words.
But, Rye, the real words are important. They're real for a reason. And they should be important to and for both of us.
Yes. But once the words are out in the air, that makes it too real. And when it is really real, that's when it gets taken away from me. when things are real and true and meaningful and are what make my life good, that's when they're torn apart, and I can't do this again. I won't lose you.
But Riley, you were willing to let me walk away because you couldn't tell me you loved me.
Well, I do.
What?
I do love you. I do. I love you.
Riley, don't just say it because...
Would you just listen to me? My mom was lucky enough to find love twice, and after my dad died, that didn't stop her from falling in love head first, marrying another man, and loving him for almost 20 years. And he was taken away from her too soon, just like Dad. And if she had the strength to do that twice, then love must be worth it. And I want to keep falling in love with you every day until one of us is left without the other. And I want to celebrate each day that I get to see you smile while eating a blueberry muffin from Marvin's. And every time that you pump your fist at the end of the game when the Yankees win, and every time you hum along with that one Steely Dan song. I want your Friday nights, your Sunday mornings, your gross morning breath, your aftershave that smells so clean and reminds me of my childhood home, your button-down shirts that almost always have a stain on the sleeves somewhere, and I want to stay in love with you for the rest of our lives. I am in love with you, Chris Sanders.
Riley Peters, I love you more than anyone else in the world. And you never cease to amaze me.
You. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I never want to stop saying it.
Please, don't ever stop saying it.
I won't.
End of scene. Act 2, Scene 7. Setting in Cassie's apartment, October 2015. At Riley walks in through the front door carrying shopping bags. She goes to the kitchen and starts unpacking her groceries. She pulls out a bottle of wine and stares at it.
Never thought I'd see wine in this apartment again. My apartment. You went 5 months with no alcohol in here, and you finally got me to break that. Can you blame me? You left me behind with this place. Happy?
Riley starts looking through the kitchen for a wine glass.
Where did she keep them?
Riley becomes more frantic in her search and is tearing through cabinets, pulling out kitchen materials.
Where are they? Jesus, where the fuck are they? Mom, where did you keep the wine glasses?
She reaches a breaking point and looks completely disheveled, inside and out.
Where did you keep anything? There's so many things. I don't know where so many things are or what so many things were. I need you here to show me and to tell me these things. I need you here. I need your help. I need you.
She gives up on finding the wine glass and walks over to the couch, opening the bottle.
You know, I get it now. It all makes sense. It's different. The love is different this time. I get it. And it sucks. Sucks.
Riley sits in silence, not drinking the wine, just holding the open bottle.
You know what? This one's for you, Mom.
Riley takes a swig of the wine and then dumps a small amount out on the floor.
And all of this.
Riley, numb and robotic, starts to dump the contents of the bottle on the ground. She stops when she realizes what she's doing.
Shit.
Riley goes to get towels to clean up the wine.
Well, I guess it's fine. No one's going to yell at me. It's my apartment now. You're not here anymore. No one can stop me because I'm all alone. No one can do anything or say anything because I'm all alone. I'm all alone. I'm all alone.
Riley takes the wine-soaked towel to the sink and drops it in. She spots the envelope package on the counter that she hasn't opened yet. She grabs it and examines it.
Mitchell's funeral home. What are they sending me?
Riley opens the envelope. It is Cassie's journal. She drops the journal on the floor.
Why? Why give it back? It's theirs. They used it. They planned it. It's done.
Riley picks up the journal.
I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want any piece of you still here.
Riley tosses the journal across the room and then thinks better of it. She goes to pick it up.
I'm not ready. Not for this. Not to be on my own. I want.
Riley sees the letter and pulls it out of the journal. Riley slams the letter down and runs into the bedroom. A long moment goes by. Riley slowly comes out of the bedroom, walks to the letter. Riley takes her time taking it out of the envelope. A light comes up on Cassie.
My sweet Riley, I know this is silly or it doesn't make sense, or you found this while I'm still here and I'm going to want to kick your ass for ruining it. But nonetheless, you have found my letter. I don't know exactly what I want to say. I never really do. But you always find a way to locate my words for me. Here I go anyway. You are laying beside me on the couch, and I could not be more proud of you. I might be your mother, but you have cared for me for the past year in such a way that even Nana would be impressed. I don't know how you did it. You were so strong every time. With Nana, Scott, Kate, even Dad. You're always a rock for me and for yourself. You have always been incredible. But listen to me, my love. You won't always be able to handle it all. You saw me. You know what I went through. It's terrifying that someone can be ripped away from you so quickly. It just takes one wrong part, one missing piece, one failed little artery or valve, and it falls apart. And then you're stuck. And you're stuck trying to figure out what it was that went wrong. But it's invisible. Death isn't visible. It doesn't have a rhyme or reason. It just sometimes sneaks up and takes someone for no reason. But that isn't a reason to give up on life or life with someone else. The point is, find someone who you are willing to be held by, someone who you want to hand you the tissue, someone who you want to tell you to stop drinking wine at 2 p.m. Find someone like you and hold them as tight as you can. Riley, can I be frank with you? I hope that whoever they are, they don't die before you do. I've experienced it twice, and if you are reading this, you now understand the pain that death can hold when it takes someone who you love with all your heart. Just like love, death will not be easy. But on the bright side, I plan this funeral for you. So you don't have to do much. Just rest and heal. Remember, you are never alone. And you're right. Life is ridiculous and it doesn't make sense. But find someone who will make it make sense. My love, you gave me the best life I could ask for as a mother. And I love you more than you will ever know. I wish you strength and happy days.
Riley takes a deep breath and walks to the bedroom, clutching the letter to her chest. End of scene. Act 2, Scene 8. Setting in Riley's apartment, early morning, July 2017. There are boxes strewn about the apartment at various levels of unpacked amounts. At Rise, Riley is standing in the living room, pulling books out of the cardboard box and putting them on the shelf. Chris walks through the front door carrying a box or two.
I was right. The stairs are not any easier the 10th time you walk up them.
Oh, I could have told you that.
And yet, you were still kind enough to unpack these boxes, which is so difficult, and you graciously let me run up and down the stairs, lugging those boxes that are just, oh, so light.
The sweat and the very faint smell of Old Spice. That's my man.
These are the last boxes from this carload, so we can get the rest after lunch.
Sounds great.
And I was thinking we could get some champagne to celebrate tonight.
First place together.
Chris reaches down into one of the boxes and pulls out his hardcover copy of In Cold Blood.
Ah! Here's my copy! This is where it all started, huh?
No, if I remember correctly, it started with some lost keys. But sure, we can call the book where it started. For the sake of the hopeful romantics.
Lights fade, end of scene. Act 2, Scene 9, setting in Riley's apartment, early morning, mid-2018. At Rise, Riley and Chris are asleep in bed. An alarm goes off and Riley wakes up. She turns off the alarm.
Oh, come on, bud. We've got a busy morning. House hunting requires some coffee. I'm gonna make coffee.
Riley walks out to the living room. The audience does not see her. The alarm starts going off again. The next lines are shouted from the darkness.
Can you turn that off? Chris, can you get the alarm? Chris, please turn off the alarm. I know it's early, but you've got to get up. Our first appointment is at 9, and we have to stop for gas on the way.
The alarm continues, and Riley, exasperated, comes back into the bedroom.
Chris, get up.
Riley turns off the alarm and sees that Chris hasn't moved. She reaches across the bed to shake him awake. He still doesn't move.
Chris, not funny. Get up. Chris?
Riley shakes Chris again, a bit more forcefully.
Chris, stop.
Riley looks at him and realizes he is not breathing. She grabs his arm and checks for a pulse. She quickly drops his hand and starts backing away from the bed.
No, 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 no. No, not yet. No, it's not. I love you, Chris. I love you. No, 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 no. It's not right. Why? No, no, I don't want to. I didn't want this. I don't want this. It's not fair. It's not fair. No. No, no, no.
Riley begins to pace around the room, knocking over furniture, tossing the chair on the ground, pulling the blankets off her side of the bed. She grabs a pillow and starts hugging it tightly.
Why me? Why? It's wrong. This is all wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. It wasn't supposed to be like this, not like her. But I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I still love you. I still love you.
Riley falls silent. She wipes her eyes. She is numb. The lights fade on the bed where Chris is laying. Riley gets up and grabs the same black dress she wore for her sister and her mother's funeral. She undresses and puts it on. She walks to the desk and opens a drawer. With horrified eyes, she pulls out blue nail polish. She looks back to where the bed is and starts to slowly paint her nails. She starts humming to the Happy Days theme song. Lights fade. End of play.